On the edge of a quiet American town, where backyards opened to wide fields and children played baseball under the summer sun, there lived a little bird who had once been full of promise. When it was young, it dreamed of soaring high across the skies, like the hawks that circled above the farms and the eagles that glided over rivers. Its wings were meant for freedom. Its spirit was meant for the skies. But one day, everything changed. The bird fell from its nest during a storm. The crash injured its wing. From that moment, flying became a painful memory, not a living reality. The other birds in the sky forgot about it. The little bird, broken and confused, stumbled into the backyard of a farmhouse where chickens scratched at the dirt and pigeons strutted lazily around. It stayed there. And slowly, it began to believe that was where it belonged. Day after day, the little bird lived with the chickens. They would cluck and laugh at it, pecking the ground for scraps of corn. "Look at you," they said. "You can't fly. You're one of us now." At first, the bird resisted. Deep inside, it felt something burning, a faint memory of the wind in its feathers, the thrill of leaving the earth behind. But each time it tried to flap its wings, pain shot through its body, so it gave up. Instead of soaring toward the skies, it scratched the dirt. Instead of chasing horizons, it stayed inside the fence. It began to forget it was born for more. Every so often, a flock of wild birds would pass overhead, wings stretched wide, riding the wind. The little bird would look up. For just a moment, hope would flicker in its chest. But then, the chickens would laugh. "Don't even think about it. You'll never be like them. You're broken. You're stuck here with us." The words cut deep. Each insult became another chain around its heart. The bird lowered its head and pecked at the dirt, hiding the ache inside. It told itself, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I was never meant to fly." One evening, as the sun sank low and painted the sky with streaks of orange and purple, a shadow fell across the yard. The chickens froze, the pigeons scattered. An enormous eagle had landed on the wooden fence. Its wings stretched wider than the barn door. Its feathers carried the marks of many battles. Storms survived, winds conquered, skies owned. The eagle's golden eyes scanned the yard and then locked onto the little bird. "You," the eagle said in a deep, commanding voice, "why are you crawling among chickens?" The little bird trembled. Its heart pounded. I cannot fly," it whispered. "I tried once, and I fell. I am broken. I belong here." The eagle studied it carefully, then shook its head. "No," the eagle said firmly, "you are not broken. You are afraid. And fear is heavier than any broken wing." The little bird tried to look away, but the eagle stepped closer. "Look at your eyes," the eagle continued. "They are not the eyes of a chicken. Look at your feathers. They were not made for the ground. You are a bird of the sky, yet you choose to live in the dirt." Tears welled in the little bird's eyes. "I don't know how anymore," it whispered. "The ground feels safe. The sky feels impossible." The eagle's voice softened. "Listen to me. The sky is not impossible. It is your home. You have forgotten, but your wings remember. You only need to trust them again." The reflection moment. The eagle led the little bird to the edge of a nearby lake. The water was calm, glowing with the colors of sunset. "Look," the eagle commanded. The little bird peered into the lake. For the first time, It saw its own reflection clearly. It didn't see a chicken. It didn't see a pigeon. It saw a bird with strong wings, sharp eyes, and a body built for the skies. In that moment, something stirred inside, a memory, a truth it had buried under years of fear. The eagle leaned closer and whispered, "This is who you are. Not the dirt, not the fence, not the fear. You were born to fly." The eagle took the little bird to the top of a small hill. The wind brushed against their feathers, carrying the scent of freedom. "Spread your wings," the eagle instructed. The little bird hesitated. Its heart raced. I can't," it stammered. "What if I fall?" The eagle's gaze was steady. "What if you fly?" With trembling feathers, the bird stretched its wings. The muscles burned, the fear screamed. But for the first time in years, it felt the wind press against them. It leapt. For a moment, the ground rushed closer, panic surged, the wings flailed, and then a lift. A shaky, clumsy rise. The bird wobbled, struggled, almost crashed, but didn't. It was flying. Not perfectly, not gracefully, but flying. The chickens below gasped in disbelief. The pigeons fell silent. The little bird, once mocked and forgotten, was soaring above them. Each flap grew steadier, stronger, more certain. Tears of joy filled its eyes as the wind roared past. The fear began to fade, the pain transformed into power. And then it happened. The bird let out a cry. Not a cry of weakness, not a cry of fear, a cry of freedom. The sound echoed across the fields, carried by the wind, as if the skies themselves welcomed their lost child home. The eagle joined its side, gliding with effortless grace. "Do you see now? You were never broken. You only believed you were. The ground was never your place. Fear kept you there. But the sky was always yours." The little bird looked down at the yard, at the chickens still scratching in the dirt. For the first time, it realized, I was never one of them. I was only trapped in a lie. And high above the world, with wings spread wide, it whispered to itself, "I was born to fly." Moral for the audience. This story is about you. You might feel broken. You might have fallen once, or maybe many times. People around you might tell you that you can't do it, that you don't belong, that you're stuck where you are. But remember, you are not broken. You are only afraid. And fear is heavier than any broken wing. Your reflection, your true self, is waiting for you to look closely. You were not made for the dirt. You were made for the skies. Shake off the doubts. Spread your wings. Trust yourself again. Because the moment you leap, you'll realize you were born to fly. If this story touched your heart, remember, your life is waiting for you to rise above fear and claim your true power. Don't let anyone convince you that you're less than you are. You are stronger than you think. If you believe you were born to fly, leave a comment, share this story, and subscribe for more motivational stories that will lift your spirit and remind you of your true strength.